Update on the Starlink Mini. We've just been using it for the last 10 days or so. Took it up camping, had the family out here. So at some point we had about at least 10 devices that were on with it. We did burn through the 50 gigabytes of data pretty quick. Show you what that looks like here. So we did end up having to pay $1 per gigabyte after that. Used up quite a bit. I did some work out here during the week as well. The range of the Starlink Mini was about 300 feet, almost exactly. Here's what that looks like. I took a picture from when I first got signal and I could connect to it and I could transmit data. Now, it wasn't very fast from 300 feet away, but I could transmit data. I didn't have any issues with the data getting into our trailer and us getting a signal, so that was good. I don't have to worry about that. The signal was good. We got plenty of speeds. I was able to do Zoom meetings throughout the week. And essentially, I was able to do everything I needed to do. The only thing I didn't try to do is stream other than with Zoom. Now, the biggest issue that I ended up having with it was when I ran out of my original data. I thought that I was automatically going to pay $1 per gigabyte when it ran out. And where we're located, we have no signal. So I ran out of data and it cut us off. I had to go drive in closer to town so that I could get a signal on my cell phone, and then I could opt in for the extra data. So if you're getting a Starlink Mini and you're going out where there's no cell reception, make sure you opt in before you head out and you won't encounter the problem that I had. Now, the data does add up pretty quick, so I'm not sure if this is a good long-term solution if you're gonna be at somewhere for very long periods of time. I have the Gen 2 mobile roaming set up as well, and I was hoping that this would replace it. With that one, I pay 150 bucks a month, but I get unlimited data. Now, one of the things that I was really happy about with this Starlink Mini was that the signal was really good. I have to adjust it myself. This Gen 2 mobile roaming, it adjusts automatically to find the satellite, but I could not put it where I put the Starlink Mini for this trip. I got too many obstructions. Well, the Starlink Mini worked just fine. It was great, actually. So that was a nice plus. I was able to park where I needed to be. With my Gen 2 Starlink, I would have to put the dish way far away from where we park, and I would barely get signal at the far end of our campsite. So that was a nice plus. But I don't get all the data. I don't get unlimited data. So I got to figure out if there's a way that I can get unlimited data with this one. Otherwise, maybe I consider going to Starlink Generation 3, which looks like it's the same setup as the Mini, but you have a separate router. But the dish itself is a little bit bigger, and it looks like the Starlink Mini. And so maybe I will get the same reception in the area, along with the uncapped data. So that's the plan. I'm gonna look into that. I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. Normally we don't take 10-day trips. It's normally just a weekend. So I think the data is probably good long-term to just have the 50 gigs per month. And it's not that expensive. So like right now we're looking at, I'll probably spend 100 bucks for this trip, for this month. 30 for the normal 50 gigs. And I can't imagine it getting over 70 for the extra data that we used. But it might end up being fairly close. I don't know. It's a slight delay in the numbers. So I can't see the numbers and what they're at right now. Well, that's the update. If you got any questions about it, put it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer. But so far, I'm pretty happy with the Starlink Mini and what we get for it. It was very easy to move around. Oh, I didn't try plugging it into a battery other than this Cat emergency jump starter thing that I bought from Costco. It's a little box, seems like it has a lithium ion in it. That one was not strong enough to charge the Mini. I could run the Gen 2 Starlink using it, which is strange because the Gen 2 Starlink is supposed to use more power, but I couldn't use it with the Starlink Mini. I think it probably needs just a little tiny bit more power because I've seen other people are able to use some battery powered device. So I did have to just use my generator, which no big deal. That's what I anticipated using. That's what I used for the Gen 2 Starlink because the battery that I was able to plug it into that didn't work on this one lasted about an hour, maybe an hour with the Gen 2 Starlink setup. So it was not a viable option for any long-term extended use. So questions, drop them in the comments and do my best to answer them. Have fun out there. See you guys later.